Learning is not child's play. We cannot learn without pain. This quote by Aristotle is a reminder that growth is a result of experiencing life with its many turmoils. When we are children, we are aware of how the world works. We walked with no worries and no responsibilities. As we grow older, we start to see that the world is not all butterflies and rainbows. We make mistakes, stumble, fail, get up, move forward, and sometimes repeat the entire process. The fear of making mistakes makes us cautious of our every move, not realizing that with every mistake we learn from, we become wiser. We become more equipped to face new challenges. Think of it like an adventure game. While playing, you need to conquer obstacles and defeat enemies. By doing so, you gain skills or additional armor, which you use to face bigger and more terrifying challenges. Let's learn from this quote and face life with our heads held high. Let it be our way of telling life that we may not know what is coming, and we might stumble along the way, but we will continue to learn and stand in the face of great adversity. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. When it comes to friendship, there is a big borderline between wanting and earning. In this quote by Aristotle, he emphasizes the fact that genuine friendship needs work and time for it to bear beautiful results. Friendship is not the same as buying a new toy or device. You want it, you get it, and then eventually you're done with it. It is having someone who would be there to help you and stand by you throughout the years. Someone who'd tell you the truth, even if it's not pretty. Someone who is a phone call away from making the worst days bearable. A person you can trust with even the most personal secrets. This kind of connection is not earned so easily. You have to face challenges together and have disagreements, but still come together and experience life with all the ups and downs. A true friend is like an extension of your family. Although you are not connected by blood, you can trust and love each other despite your differences. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. When we are in our 20s or 40s, most of us go through a phase which we call a quarter or a midlife crisis. It's a time when we have self-doubt and face frustrations regarding ourselves. Within this phase, we question if we are making the right decisions. Some would even develop anxiety and doubt if they are setting themselves on the right path. It sometimes takes years of self-development to truly get over these crises. Unlike the crises that we encounter within ourselves, arguments made with someone else pass within a few days, at most a few months. In this quote by Aristotle, we learn that overcoming challenges regarding oneself is one of the hardest things to do. However, when we gain victory over ourselves, we also learn to savor its sweetness, because it is in winning the most difficult challenges. That is when we learn to value life even more. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. There are times that fear keeps us from getting into trouble, but always acting based on fear also keeps us from growing. This quote by Aristotle teaches us to never let fear guide our every decision, especially decisions that will lead to self-improvement. Take, for example, you want to do something new, but you're afraid of facing the consequences if something goes wrong. You then disregard the idea without even trying, or you want to pursue a career less favored by your loved ones. However, you give up on the idea because you are afraid to let everyone down. At some point, you have to put an end to all your fears that make you hesitate from doing the things that could make you happy. Your life is of your own making. Let no one or anything stop you from achieving the goals you set for yourself. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. It is hard to be patient nowadays. A single triggering post online and we lose it, which is why patience is a virtue we constantly need to work on in this time and age. Patience might be difficult to achieve, especially when we deal with problems and pressure daily. It's difficult, but not impossible. Now we can engage in activities that would alleviate our moods, do things that make us feel better and keep us centered. We need to be patient in life, because if we let every little thing upset us, we would live in a never-ending cycle driven by anger. This will also affect how others would see and treat us. Always remember that in the end, you will reap what you sow. Through this article, Aristotle tells us that patience is a virtue that, when worked on, bears the sweetest outcomes. We become brave by doing brave acts. It is easy to decide to be brave, but it's the act of being brave that is quite hard to do. If we think about what action can be considered brave, is bravery defined as the lack of fear, or is it showing courage amidst being afraid? Nowadays, everyone is living in their comfort zone. We live inside it because we are afraid if we step out of the boundaries of what's certain and safe, we'd have to face uncertainties that would knock us down or shake our very existence. We have to decide whether to stay still for the rest of our life and live in our self-made boxes, or step out and be brave to face whatever is ahead of us. Sometimes we need to choose whether to do what's right despite having to face criticism or stand by as our moral virtues crumble in front of us. When you are facing this kind of situation, always remember this quote by Aristotle. Open yourself up to the possibility of how one simple act of bravery can change not only your life, but also inspire courage in the people around you.